It's a Zefra 60 card deck. The reason you're playing 60 cards is so you don't see the bricks. Alright. So, Zefra. Heart and soul of your deck. That's why we play 9 copies of it. We play 9 copies of Zefra because you always want to see your boy.
No, two.
He changes scales to whatever you need because you're going to dump these little guys. By whatever you need, I mean you're going to get your scale 7 and you want him in your extra because he searches 90% of your deck. You're going to play one of each of the other ones. Their utility, recycling, popping face downs, popping face up. Zefra's got whatever you need. That's just how they go. Zefras have always been a utility toolbox deck. They just suck by themselves. Okay, so that's your Zefra. This deck is just a shit ton, a crap ton of engines put together. So,
Bleep.
You got your chronographs, and you got your brick. You don't want to open this, but he is a scale 4, so he's gonna let you. Let's say you open that crap. Let's say you open your brick, you open a Zefrath, easy money. You can still pendulum summon out this guy, so you can still get your searches for your counter traps. Let's get those out the way. That's that. I already showed all that. Let's get that out the way. All right.
Alright, now let me know when you're gonna curse so I can bleep. So I can go bleep.
I'm not gonna curse.
Bleep!
Sorry.
Beep!
Let's talk about the next engine. All right. We're playing 6 copies of Oviraptor. So if you open this, this lets you do the Guard Dragon combo. It's a 1-card Guard Dragon combo. So you can set up a Vortex Dragon. You can set up, if you're playing that Red Hot Dragon negate whatever or something, you can play that too.
Howard Dragon Ultrine.
Howard Dragon, no, but it's a different one. It's a
Tight?
It's a Synchro 7.
Titan?
I don't remember. It don't matter.
Maybe it does
You're playing
matter.
that, so you do the combo. You send this. You make that. You make Eve. You play that. You special summon. You play that. You do the whole combo. You out it. It's great.
First, Brandon. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you. I did get a little
Yeah, we got
bit
OTS packs.
OTS packs. All right.
Alright.
That's that engine.
Continue.
All right. Now, if I ever remake this deck, which I won't, I'm gonna cut it down to 40 cards. We're gonna make Endymion Jackal Turbo. You play 6 copies of this girl because she gets you one of the best cards in the game. This is the best card right now. Don't let anyone tell you different. This is the best card right now.
Arguably.
This is the next best thing. He's all right. He does spells and traps, and he does some other things. When he bounces back, when he's destroyed by battle, he gets to add any normal spell and trap. Nobody ever uses that effect. You just make him because he's fat. He bounces himself or hit another whatever. He's a good card and negates spells and traps.
Just call him fat.
He's fat. He's a 2800 beat stick. I don't. All right. Next
It seems
engine.
kind of insensitive.
Next engine. You're playing, I think, 9 copies of this guy. No, 10. No, way less. You're playing 3, 4, 7, 8 copies of Supreme King Darkworm. So you got one of these, 3 of these, 1 of those, and you're just playing it so you can get this guy. Also, he's a pendulum and he special summons himself. You don't want to waste your normal summon. You always want to keep your normal summon open just in case. You want to pendulum summon as much as possible. You want to special summon as much as possible. I would keep your pendulum summon only when you absolutely need to use it. You just want to special summon for free as often as you can. All right, now we're gonna go. Oh, we're not finished with our monsters yet. Let's finish our monsters. Playing your Destrudo, 1 copy. You don't need more. Anyone who says you need more, if they want to see it in their open hand, you don't need it because you're gonna be sending. If you're Guard Dragon comboing, he's gonna see the field 100% of the time. If you have an extra if you have an extra Dragon Shrine or an extra Foolish, you can use it on him too. If you have no other options, like if you need a quick Yahtzee, you can use Foolish, do him, normal summon whatever, special summon whatever, make a Yahtzee.
Yahtzee.
This is after you use Yahtzee. You don't need to play this card. I like it because it gives you more options after you're outing your opponent's board with Yahtzee. It lets you go into other links, like if you ever need to go into Unicorn, or not Unicorn. Nah, you can use it to go into Unicorn. Or if you need to go into another Synchro 7, which you're only playing a few of. The extra deck is super, super tight. If you want to experiment with what you need. Right now my extra deck is kind of in shambles. I'm going to try and make it, I don't know. You can make an extra deck for the grind game, you can make an extra deck for the OTKs, you can make an extra deck for just denying your opponent plays. There's a lot of different ways you can play this deck. Morphage Sloth, you don't need to play him. I think he's a great tech card if you're going against an opponent. It can just lock out opponents from the game. It locks out like Sky Trackers really can't play through it unless they can. They just have to take it. You can just like if you open this and like 3 negates, 90% of decks can't play through that. This is also just a tech card. It's another dinosaur, so you can search it with your fossil digs. It's a 3 scale, easy to play, so you can just play it when you need to. But it's also another out card. It destroys anything in the battle phase. It's not a pendulum. If other people are playing pendulum decks, then you just side it out. That's another thing. A lot of these cards, so 60 cards lets you play. If you're playing 3 of engines, so like your Dragon Trines, you can just try. You just if you need to side deck out anything, you side out the 3rd copy. So if you ever, we'll go into the side deck later. I don't have a complete side deck, but it's something to think about. Called by the Graves, so you can play the game. You're not always going to see these because you're running a 60 card deck, but if you do, your plays are safe. Set rotation, busted against any cards that or any decks that have to play a field spell, because what you do, you give them. Oh, where is it? You give them Oracle of Zefra, and they can't play any field spells. So Oracle of Zefra, if you give your opponent this, they can't activate it because adding the Zefra from your deck to your hand is mandatory. So if they can't add a Zefra from their deck to their hand, they can't play any field spells because set rotation doesn't allow them to. It'll stay set, so they would have to pop their own field spell before they do anything. Upstart Goblin, because we actually play a 59 card deck. Also, this synergizes with the Endymion Servant. So we play it just because it's there. If you really want to play a 60th card, go ahead. I'm not going to stop you, but it's just synergy. We're going to say it's synergy. Terraforming, because we play 5 field spells now. These are your 3 traps you're playing. The Divine Strike, 9 Pillars, War Zefra, or Zefra War. Divine Strike is one of the best counter tracks in the game. Basically, it's free. Just always make sure you have a Zefra in your extra deck. It's easy enough. 9 Pillars is a little hard to use. This requires that you keep your I forget what it's called. The scale 7 fatty dragon for the Zefras. I don't remember his name. Zefra Niu. This requires that you keep your Zefra Niu on board. You can also use it as like Yahtzee, but that defeats the purpose of playing the Yahtzee. It's just removal. And then when you play it on your opponent's turn, you get your search from your Zefra Niu. Zefra War is this outs like really specific stuff. Like, so if your opponent's playing Secret Village, this is your out to Secret Village. If your opponent is just playing like, if it says, oh, you can't use monster effects, this is gonna out. This outs like Majesty's Fiend. This outs it just outs really specific things that you don't think like if you can't play spells and you can't play monster effects, which are like the most common things, you have a trap that you can play from your hand, mind you, if you need to. So they can't like try and pop it when you go to end your turn or something. So it's always very useful. This is probably the most utilized cards when outing like just boards that you have to out. Alright, let's go to the extra deck.
Yep.
Sorry this is taking so long. That's what I get for playing a 6 card deck.
Well, it's actually you're doing relatively short.
Oh really?
Well, most profiles I see go up to like 10 minutes. They go like to 15 minutes.
I don't know why they would.
It's because they talk like forever on each card.
Well, I guess. So,
Even with like most cards are pretty obvious with stuff.
Okay.
That's all.
Guard Dragon combo.
Yeah, I'm calling out all of you other deck profile people.
Man, calm down, man. Alright, Guard Dragon combo, you do the standard Guard Dragon combo. The way you could do this, you do the... Oh my eyes. So you do the Ebe. Ebe is gonna get the thing, and then you go into like, Beat Cop. Where the crap's Beat Cop?
Ooh, B-Cap's awesome.
Beat Cop is cute, I like Beat Cop.
Drop a beat.
You got the... Oh my god, you're so cringe. Alright, so you do the Beat Cop, and then you use the little dragon when you banish him to put the normal vanilla... Oh, did I talk about that engine?
Everyone knows a you talk about.
I just didn't talk about the cards in it. I'm assuming you guys know the engine with the...
Everyone knows a Gold Dragon.
What's it called?
Gold Dragon engine,
No.
isn't it?
No, for the Oviraptor combo.
Oh, that?
It's Oviraptor, Carbonetin, and what's the other one? Flamvelguard? Flamvelguard. So you banish the little Chalice Dragon, summon the Flamvelguard to make the Pisty, or LP, and then you're gonna have another monster somewhere because you Pendulum or some crap. I don't know. Another monster comes from somewhere, so you can do the
Monster magically pops up on field.
guy, and then you summon the Destrudo, then you do the thing, and then you combo out, and you combo out. Everybody knows the Guard Dragon combo, it's not hard to do. If you don't know how to do the Guard Dragon combo, just look it up.
This isn't a video for that.
Because he's decent removal. He's like a really bad tiramisu. Play the Nectromite, this is mandatory. You play this is your engine, you can chronograph special summon, you can search out for your Zefras if you don't have your Zefrath yet, you can do a lot of stuff. Down Dragster is your Destrudo target, or Yahtzee is your Destrudo target. Like I said, you're not playing a lot. The extra deck space is really tight. I would say Dragster is mandatory. Nightmare Unicorn is a good out to stuff, but you can replace him for another 7. If you want to replace him with like another 7, like the Rose Dragon, Black Rose Dragon, that's also good out against some stuff. But I feel like at that point, evenly matched is just a better out. Yahtzee, single target removal, but also gets you your horse, your seahorse, which lets you go into like another Dawn Dragster if you need it, or you can go into like other things like Unicorn. Just more like material for that. Abyss Dweller, because sometimes you just need to stop your opponent from touching themselves.
Mean touching a graveyard.
Yeah. You don't need to play this. Replace this. This is just filler. You run a lot of 6s. He's the best rank 6 in my opinion. He's a beefy 2700 and he negates crap on the field. So you can just replace him. He's bad. Like he's not that good. Nightmare Phoenix is to out cards in the back row. Marco can wait.
Yeah.
Thank you though.
Marco, we're doing a video. Hang on.
Sometimes I don't think this card is that good right now, but it does out specific things. But like half the time it's gonna negate it, and you're gonna go neg 1, and it's gonna suck, and it's okay. You play it sometime. Eve's part of that combo. She's good. Now for your late 4 slot, I play the Appaloosa. You don't have to play the Appaloosa. She's good against certain decks, but sometimes like 2400 attack, you're usually gonna make her with 2400 attack as opposed to 32. You can try and make her with 32, but by then you're just wasting resources. And then as soon as you negate one thing, they can just swing over it with something big. And that's the issue I've been having with Appaloosa right now. But if you can make her and still have other negates on the board, like spells and traps, if you can make her with a Jackal King, that's busted. Like, that's your best. She's a win. You don't have to worry about the dark bullshit. Just try not to get super polyed, because super poly sucks right now. Okay.
I mean, I don't think anyone with Super Party or Wind Attribute too much.
No, not for her. For like the Jackal King on board, and you're gonna have it's like Jackal King. If you end on a Jackal King and a where is it? I don't know. It's Jackal King and something else. Usually they just take a crap.
Alright.
Trust me.
Okay.
Okay, side deck.
It's your video.
Side deck. You need evenly matched. If you're so you want to go first. If your opponent makes you go second, you need it evenly matched. Usually game 1, you're gonna know if you're going against this game, going second or going first build. But you need evenly matched for game 2, because 90% of the time they're just gonna make a board that you have to out, and you have to go like, this is what you gotta do. Don't play these. These are just filler, because you're playing raw sphere modes, which in my opinion is better than Kaiju's. Only because right now the game is very like this is the way like obviously if you're going against Sky Striker though, play the Kaijus. Like if you have a lot of Sky Strikers at your locals, play the Kaijus. But I don't think Sky Strikers are strong enough to deal with a huge burly board that this deck can make. Oh, Widow Anchor? Okay, Widow Anchor? Like it's not gonna happen. And then you play the Effect Failures. It's a good hand trap. Good hand trap. You can play Ashes over Lancias right now because banishing like Orchids aren't really that strong right now. Hey, dude, Thunder Dragon is Lancia good against Thunder Dragons? I don't play Yu-Gi-Oh. Okay, you play Lancia right now because
you don't play Yu-Gi-Oh.
Thunder Dragons are the best deck, and you play Lancia. You have to play Lancia. If you have extra, I would play Ash. Play Ash. You could play Ogre. Ogre is such a strong deck card right now because you're playing against. What's Ogre good against? Pendulums. If you in the mirror, you play Ogre.
Thunder Dragon combo.
No, forget the Thunder Dragon. That's what the Lancia for. That's what the Lancia is for.
That's what Ogre's for.
Oh, okay. Ogre's for Guard Dragon combo. So the extra deck is also. So let's talk about the mandatories. You have to play this because right now you have to play this. You have to play this. You have to play this. Your other slot is up for debate. You don't have to play kaijus. I'm just playing it right now because I don't have anything else. All right, that about covers it. If this was sloppy, that's how I like it. So,
Sloppy Joes.
what is that? What is that joke?
Sloppy Joe, slap. The Adam Sandler movie. Not movie, but okay. Goodbye. Okay, cancel.